but there are small hills after that piece of mountain, you know, and there is a small, and behind of this mountain there is Stonewall Court. So well, my friends, today one of the most special videos of the year that I can tell you right now. Now we have it, the ball which was asked from all the people out there. The most asked ball is this Tarmak BT500X. Now I have it really by me. Boy, and for that ball, you know, also to me one of the most exciting balls. And for that ball I have a special cord, but to reach that cord will be tough. I show you one thing. Bam. Watch now. The weather is beautiful. I waited for that day. Wow, what a nice thing. Or here we start our route. Wow, you know, I'm so excited for the ball and for the cord both together. That will be an absolute journey. You know, people have written me, please show us the BT500X. When does it come? And you know what? We don't have a shop here where you get this ball, so I had never the chance to have it in my hands, you know. Other people who live in areas, they can go to the shop, then it is not that special. But I waited so long to have it now, you know. We had the Tarmak BT500X. I had it at home, I have not dribbled it, only got over it, you know. One guy told me, boy, this ball has the best grip of all balls in the game, you know. And all such things I have heard. And for that we will drive to a legendary court. But from here we start our route into these mountains. And these are the mountains which I normally don't like that much, you know. Normally we go to those mountains, you know, to Watergate Court, to Rambo Court, to Ötzi Court, you know, to the tropical asphalt court. But here we go there, you know, there is historical old city. And the court which I have chosen for this is the legendary Stonewall Court. Now it comes. You have heard it when you watched my videos. You have heard that name so often when I have shown, there it is, there it is. The last mountains. Here you don't see so far. We're always told, boy, this last edge, you know, the overhill. There behind, there comes Stonewall Court. And there we will drive now. But not only this, I will try today to come much more far away, because when we travel now all of this and then over those mountains, it goes right in, and there come all the mountains to the end. And there I know 4 more courts. I have never shown you this, but to reach this I have no idea if I can do that. You know, I'm really honest, I have no idea if this is possible today. I train so much, you know, my trainings videos, the routes, you know. We drove, wait, I show you that. We drove up there, you know, to 1,900 meters from here to on there, you know, there we were on such routes. And even if I can do that by once, and you know, Kütai, wow, that was so great, the highest area from skiing in our country. And then to 2,150 meters we drove Watergate Court, you know, back after that driving. And with those routes, when I can do that, but still I have no idea if I can reach it today. That will be absolutely tough. But I try my best. I have all by me. you know, the bicycle, and here we have it. And you see, I have it really by me now. It is here. Wow, and that will be absolutely fantastic. But one time, you know, last year, much more away from Stonewall Court to our city, I couldn't come back almost, you know. I almost fall from the bicycle because it was too much, you know. That was brutal. And so I hope I will do it, but that will be a tough, very tough journey, and now we start it. So we are here. No, not Stonewall Court. Watch the bridge. Old historical city where we were a few videos ago. Now we are back in the old historical city. You see? But now the journey begins. We have to come over this mountain there, you know. There we go on.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never cheated or been cheated on, then take off your boots, you rhinestone fraud.
So we are here. No, watch the closed court in historical city, you know, still closed, you know, and we have it Friday. You know what that means? Wait, I show you that, you know, still here. I guarantee you it. When we would now call it, they would come, oh, now it is weekend, you know, but we have to drive on much more far away. Now the journey starts. We see us.
And outlaw songs, hard time, foolish pride, done me wrong. Flirting with the devil, getting right with the man. Ain't men paint songs, one night stands. You can keep your picket fence fantasies and put a cork in your high school memories. This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never spent a single night in jail, then get another job and I'll see you in hell. I'm drawn like a moth through the neon lights. I need a bucket of beer and someone to fight. Don't call yourself country if your music is shitty, or this Carolina boy will take you down to Fifth City. You know who you are, I ain't gonna name names. Just keep your hands off my country and go back from where you came. My country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never done something you...
So we are here. No, we are not. We are by nicer court. And here you have to watch because we passed the church, you know. Then I thought I drive in now. The height of that ring, one of the highest rings which I know, you know. That is unnormal. I cannot tell you how high this ring is. I don't want to take you off the chest now because I drive on. But this, you may see that. I guarantee you that from here, this is, these are another 120, you know, 1 meter 20 from here. That is, I would not even come to the net. When there would be a net on, I could not jump to the net, you know. That is absolutely brutal. What some are doing, you know, one of the highest rings of them all, like Ötzi Court. In Ötzi Court, that is the most far away on the other side, there it is also in that height. That is, yeah, really, that is 1 meter, over 1 meter higher than other rings. That is crazy, you know. Nicer court, why? Because on there, on that hill, on the other side, in that small city, you see there where the blocks are in. There is a other court, and that is why here it is nicer, you know. But now we drive on. So my friends, no, we are not here, but we are at the other court, a no-go court. I show it again to you. That is an amazing no-go court, but it is not playable, you know. But one ball. I want to play one ball that looks so spectacular, I tell you that. Hey, I tell you, I play now one ball. That does not, wait. I put it here. I put it to the other camera extra now. Because for that, the first ball goes in a no-go court, a spectacular one. Wait. Wow, so my friends, now watch, that is so spectacular, this court, you know. We are over it on the bridge, and under the bridge there is it. But it is a school court, you know. But wow, 1, 2, watch, here we are. The nice area, a bridge, you know. You will see now bicycles. Bam. And now, here it is. 1, 2, boom, watch at that. Wow, that is amazing, or? I have shown you this court already, but I think not many people have seen it. But there is only one ring, you know. This ring here left they have put away because I think they park under the bridge. Wow, but that is a cool place, or? Wow, what a panorama. And I tell you, I go now down here and play one ball in this court, you know. I was never in to play because normally there is school in, but today, because yesterday was it was a free day for all people here, you know. Wow, what a nice thing, huh? And so, one ball, no one will say something, because after one ball I'm away, you know. We have to take this route. And then over the mountain, it's not that much more anymore, over that mountain, there it is, there it starts, Stonewall Court. But wow, now one ball with the new ball, but I will say nothing. I tested out on the other thing. Wow, that is now amazing. One ball, you know. So, wow, my light. Wait. So we have to be quick. One little ball. That is amazing. Here we have it. Wow, but I have no idea. Only one thing here. That is so cool here. Wow, that is amazing. Haha, here it is, one, bam. I show much more later, you know. Wow, here we enter in. That is cool, or? Hey, what the fuck? That is a nice place, or? And here on you see, wow. And now, wait, one layup, you know, because then we have to leave. Haha, that is cool. That is nice. Wow. Wow, that is amazing, or? But I filmed from on one ball from on there, then we have to leave, you know, because they kick you out, you know. Ha, so cool, huh? Wow, one ball from above. Wow, but this ball now, one time in the sun, watch, wow, here we have it. Wow, amazing, you know. So I hope it goes to the glass, because the glass is a bit dirty. You see, left the glass, otherwise it will fall down. But that looks cool, you know, when you are, wow, watch, what a cool place, or? So, do we see it from here? Yeah, I think a bit it goes, or? Yeah, that is cool. Wow, now I go down here. Yeah, so cool, or? Wow, watch. Amazing. But now, what a beautiful area, or? But we are still not in the area where we want to go today. This area, as I told you, starts over that mountain. And then the new area starts. New people, complete other vibes. And there the first part is Stonewall Court. Normally the most far away court where I drive. But today we will watch how far we come in. Until to the last edge, you know. And there were some legendary things. I will say something. Now I take you to the chest again until to Stonewall Court, and then we enter in, you know. Wow, cool. Wow, so my friends, now we have arrived. Wow, now we are here. Wow, now the legendary Stonewall Court. We will enter in here at the station, you know. You have seen maybe left, they have an own train here, you know, a tram, an own train. That is so cool. And now a complete new area starts, you know. I tell you that when I enter in here, that is to me like I'm in a other country, you know. Still my federal state, but here the people complete other than on all other areas, you know. Because normally, I will show you that. You see, normally the mountains go to this. When my city is there, we go always this or in that direction. Now we went so far, and you see here, it goes now right in. And that area, there it starts, you know. And the first court is Stonewall Court, the most far away court of them all on that route, you know, on that side of the mountains. On the other side it is Ötzi Court, that is a bit more, but wow. And we were quicker than expected. That was very, very great, because there were not much cars. You have seen it almost alone, because yesterday was free for everyone, and today, watch, here is the own tram, and here is nothing today. That is so cool, because normally that is completely full, you know, full. But today the people have free, because tomorrow is Saturday and then Sunday, and so Friday. Wow. Bicyclerin, you know, a female. And this old building here, you know, the Gasthof Post. Wow. And now Canadian. I have read to one of our subscribers to bring it out to Canada, you know. I told a story, I sent him a few links, and you see that now. When we watch here are the normal regular mountains, but it is so far you don't see to the city. That we all drove, and normally you drive now there on, you know, between this mountain and that mountain, you know. But now, here, watch now, that is the new area where we have to enter in. That direction, completely to the right thing, and there it is. There today we will watch how far we can come, because that goes very, very, very much in. And you know, well, there were legendary things happening in there. There is one of the biggest bands we have ever had is in that mountain at home, you know. And I tell you one thing, the older people will know it, you know, the Schürzenjäger. They were born in there, and there were the legendary concerts. They were televised, I remember it, live. Here is the station, you know. They were televised live back then in the 90s on the main channel, on TV, on television, you know. And they were coming to this mountain around 80,000 people, you know. 80,000 people around. And to their concerts were coming more people than to the Rolling Stones bars here, you know. There you know it all. Wow. Legendary. You see now how beautiful that is. Wow, that is amazing. I mean, that view now to the complete other mountains, and here the complete new area starts, you know. Wow, that is amazing, you know, amazing. Watch. And no one here. That was the perfect day to do that, you know. The absolute perfect day now, because you see why? Normally that route is full of such LKWs, you know. And you can imagine what this is then. Wow, this route normally, wow. And now that is fantastic. Great. And now, first court, the legs are there, because I drove really the fastest route. Have to watch out, you know. Watch how that looks. Here you drive in with the own tram, you know. I mean, better it doesn't get, you know. And I drove the quickest route on asphalt, because you can drive to the fields a little bit other, but there you need so long. And now here, you know, in there, that goes so long in, and you have to take the same route back. So that is the point, but only a few meters. Then we are back at Stonewall. Stonewall, now you will see. Wow, that is amazing, you know. And now we are over that hill, what I always showed you, you know, over those mountains, where I always told, when I zoomed in and you could not see it because it was so far away, where I told over that there is Stonewall Court. And over that mountain, here we are. There you see, wow, that looks so impressive, I tell you that. That is amazing. And there is exactly under the basketball court, the streetball court, you know. We will see if someone is in today. Wow, that is... And I tell you, here, from that court you have one of the best views to me, what I know from all over 100 courts, you know. I know around, I cannot say exactly, but around 120 to 130 courts I know here, you know. And that is amazing when you see that. That is cool, I tell you that. And now, well, I see it already, you know. Wow. And you know that route, watch, and then we have to go in there. We check in now at Stonewall Court. I will play a few balls, say something about the ball. We'll test it out. Wow, I see that. Wow, that is amazing. Watch now that view here. And here we have it. There it is, Stonewall Court. Wow, that is amazing. Amazing. And in there, wow. But then I will show you other courts, because in that direction in, until to the last place in those mountains, there exists another 4 courts, you know. I will not play, I cannot play every court, you will see then. But I have to move in, because that is a long route, you know. But great, wow. Now upwards. Wow, that is amazing. One of the most spectacular courts of all over 120 courts here. Here it is. The legendary Stonewall Court. Of course light. But now to go in, because it is not easy to come here with bicycle, you know. You know what routes I drive, how much I drain to do that, you know. Otherwise you cannot do that. That will get up, you know. I have a mountain bike, you know, 12 kilo 5. I drive with a backpack which weighs in another 4 kilo. Well, now 1, 2, now all the waiting is over. 1, 2, bam. Watch Stonewall, here to enter in. And that is the legendary Stonewall that comes over, you know. When you are there, wow, that looks so spectacular, I tell you that. That is amazing now. We are at Stonewall Court, you know. I cannot believe it, you know. We do it here in the shadow. Wow, that is so cool now. Complete other area of all, you know, because here really autumn. Wow. And the light we have to put out. Wow, now. No. So, here with this door. Wow. Now. Watch, what do you say? Wow, that is so spectacular. Wow. We enter in. Yes, we are in. We are in, you know. Here we close it, you know. Wow. BT500X is here. Legendary Stonewall Court. Wow. That backside is so cool. You know, I guarantee you, when you are here, and that is really, that hangs over, you know, it's not straight, that hangs over, and that is so high that will not come out of the camera how spectacular that is. And to have here a ring at the last edge to watch on there. Wow. And now the view from in there to the outside. Wow. Watch. Hey, that is so amazing here. That is so cool, you know, I tell you that. Wow, watch out. Wow. To the church, to the other mountains. Hey, you see there in the, there is the big mountain there and there. And here you come to the other side, you know, there we have where we have to drive in. Wow. That is amazing. You see that? That is cool. You see? There we will drive in. Wow, amazing, you know. Amazing. Now someone comes. Wow. That is cool, you know. Very, very cool. Hey. Wow. Now we check out the ball. Extra weighted to do it here, you know, on that court. The Tarmak BT500X. One of the most asked balls in the game. Wow. That is so cool, you know. Absolutely nice. You know, and that is a little bit, I have told this also, like at the last hole court, you know, those old Banden, you know. You see that? These are the old ones. Wow, amazing, you know. Amazing. But that view, you know. Wow. So now we will check out the ball. I show you it now. Wow. 2 balls I have played already, you know. And even there I have felt something, but I cannot tell you that. Great, great, great. You know, here you have shadow. You have a bench on there, you know, to sit. And here it is more wet, you know. Even when it's warm, you have to be careful also on that side, because this is a shadow thing here, you know. Especially now we have it, I don't know how late, but around 1 o'clock, you know. But when you are here before 12 o'clock, you know, there is it wet, you know. So to run and jump, be careful. But you see, we have there a line, and that is nice, but so cool, you know. So cool. Wow, amazing. Wow. But now hot, you know. Very, very hot. Wow. But that was cool to drive, you know. It was not too hot. All was perfect today. Yesterday, you know, when I played the other Tarmak ball, the R900, there we drove also around 1 hour with the bicycle. But it was all relaxed. Why? Because of today, that I have the energy today, you know. Wow. And now, here we have it. We bring it out. So, wow. My jacket. Now watch. Here we have it. So my friend, when you see the video, you know, who asked me for that ball a lot of times, I should get it. Now I have it. I told you this will be one of the first balls what I get, and now you see it. There exists a few different versions, but here you see it exactly. Tarmak BT500X indoor outdoor. It is a composite ball. Here you see the value, the valid, you know, through 2023. But you know, I can only order it. I have no idea which ball I get from those series, you know. But I wanted exactly that with that color. And it costs around 35 euro, you know. And the weigh-in is, now listen, 589 gram, you know. 589 gram. What does this mean? It weighs in at the same weight as 2 of our best balls in the game. The Wilson Evo NXT and the Spalding DF1000 Legacy. They weigh in at the same weight as this ball, you know. Yeah, you see, we check it out before we play it. The lines, you know, they are like Tarmak. I would not rate them the best, but they are good, you know. And the overall feeling for the first time, you know, when I got it, wow, really, really nice. Complete other than expected, because I have the BT500X at home, the most expensive one, and that feels complete other. This is a complete other ball, you know. Here we have not that deep channels. That is really, in my opinion, the best option of all together, because they are not too deep, not too wide. They will fit in for most players. The feeling, but that is composite. It is a bit, you know, a bit similar to the DF500X from Spalding, but it is not the same. It is soft, you know, and really, really nice, you know. And you see here we have the symbols in. There is babbling in, you know, in the signature. Here also, you know. It looks cool. The valve is perfect. There is nothing, you know, that is perfect. Here we also have babbling in. Of course, such codes we don't need, but the details are, here is babbling in, you know. Not the same like here, but it is in. Also here, you know. And yeah, that is really, really nice in the hands. To me, the weight is almost perfect. And now to the grip. I tell you, now I have sweaty hands. I have sun cream on, but still I can hold it up, you know. And I have tested this out at home. And you, when you watch now that video, who told me the best grip of all balls, please test this ball, test it. And now at home, from all balls what I have, around 70 balls, you know, a bit more than 70 balls, out of the box, yes, one of the absolute best grips I've ever seen, you know. That I can tell you. That was amazing when you lift this ball up, you know. That was, you know, you cannot compare the rubber ball like a DRV Pro, the Echo, that is rubber. And the Molten D3500, these are two of the best with grip. But the D3500 from Molten is a bit other, you know. That is more, it feels like rubber and composite together. And also the Mr. Mike ball, when you get this ball, real composite, also one of the best grip. But this ball is in absolutely that category, you know. That is amazing, you know. Watch at that, you know. Bam. That is so cool, you know. Also really, really impressive. Yeah, you were completely right, you know. Watch at this, a composite ball which I can hold. Wait, you see that? Wow, wait. Too much. Yeah, now it is sweaty from the thing. But also on the channels I can hold it, you see? Wow. Wow, that is cool. It's so quiet now here. Wow, amazing, you know. So I will drink now a cacao and then we play some balls here and then I drive on and we will see on which of those 4 courts we can play. You have never ever seen them and I'm excited. And I tell you, my first impression of the 2 balls now, even if it was 1-2 dribblings, that felt great, you know, that felt great to me. But we have to play it more and then I can say more. But wow, that is cool, you know. At this court, you know, when you make a video, you know, I get nothing for that. And so I make the videos how I like it. And I wanted to have this on the route, you know, to make it with a dime warp. And I have this in my head for a long time. And you have to train to get all of this done. You know, all those routes what we have driven, that was all preparation for such things like now, that you can do that. And when you then have the perfect day like now, with the weather all comes together and you can do it for real, you know. Because to have it in your head and think, yeah, I will do that and maybe, yeah, but you have to do it then. And then now here it is. We are really here with the ball and all works out. Wow. Hey, that is amazing, you know. That is so cool here. Wow. Great, great, great. So let's play a few balls. Wow, so cool here, I tell you that. Wow, that view is so gigantic, you know. So, now we play on here. Wow, and first ball is very impressive, you know. Very, very impressive. Amazing. Wow. amazing. You know, Magic Johnson is in the house, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or you know, a Wilt Chamberlain. Oh. Ja, nein, musste filmen, weißt du? Ich bin extra aus Innsbruck reingefahren mit dem Radl. Weiter Weg. Sonst komme ich nicht mehr zurück heute. Wirklich 8, 9, 10 Stunden am Radl. Well, my friends, now the old tram has driven here. Wow, when you live here beside the court, you know, that is amazing, you know. Watch this. That is so cool. But now I have played much longer, you know. The kid was in. But I tell you, I'm impressed. I am very, very impressed of this ball now. Wow, amazing, you know. To me, amazing. I cannot tell you in words. I'm very, very impressed. Normally, you know, when a hype is so much and then you have it and you say, yeah, great, but not that. But now, wow. But we play on a bit more now from here. And I have thrown now a lot of shots, you know. But I tell you, watch this, you know. The legendary Stonewall court, exactly that what I wanted, you know. Wow. What a thing, or here we are. Stonewall, where is the ring? That is cool, or wow. But I wished, you know, you could be here now to show you the emotions. If you would be here now to enjoy that, that is so spectacular, you know, that big wall, the white view there, and here to the other area, complete other side of the country. Great court, you know, great court. To our friend with the iron net, you know, here we have a real net, you know, it makes when it goes in, you know. Perfect height, this ring, you know, is really, really good. The board is nice, you know, you have space when you jump, you know. And here also good that the ball cannot fall out, because sometimes this is open here. Here it is not open. And when it is afternoon, it is more dry, you can run, but you see here is the shadow. Only thing is the ball can crush to the wood or here do this stone wall, you know. But wow, that is amazing, you know. That is such a cool court, you know. Wow, you know, but when I'm in the city and you know my videos, and I always told boss Stonewalker, watch, I zoom in over this mountain, over that mountain, here it is, you know, city is there. That is so cool, you know. And now to be in there and you know such a route to drive, wow, amazing, you know. And the ball, I'm very, very, very impressed, you know. This guy, when you watch it, really, you have not said too much, you know. He told me, please buy the ball, you will see it, buy the ball. Wow, amazing, you know. Absolutely cool. But we will go on also to the other courts. I will drive in. Now it gets really hot. We get almost 30 degrees today. Wow. Jumping. Very good, you know. That feels very nice, solid. And watch. Now, show me a composite ball where you can do that. Of course it is out of the box still, you know. But normally only on the best rubber balls you can do that. You know, on a DRV Pro Echo, you can remember the video that was at which court did we were there? Oh, at the St. Nicolo court, I think that was the DRV Pro the Echo, you know, Metropolis court, aka St. Nicolo. They're the same, but this is a composite ball, and I have the best version also, the BT500X, you know. And shall I tell you something? We have tested the BT500X oftentimes. Of course, first impression, but right now this ball feels much better than the BT500X. I tell you that. Wow. What a grip! What a grip! workout or shoulder workout. Wow, is this unbelievable. Wow, that is amazing, you know. Now tell me. Wow, that is amazing. Wow, what a great thing, you know. I mean, when you are here, once again, you play to this side, you know. You dribble here, that cool panorama, you know. Then the ball gets in maybe, you know, 1, 2. That was not good. I didn't watch to the thing. But with that panorama, you know, with a real net. And then you turn around, you know, from here, you turn, you see that panorama. And then this stone wall. That is why it's called the stone wall court. That is so gigantic and so amazing. One of the best panoramas on over 120 courts, you know what I know. Over 120 courts, and right now we are at one of the absolute best. Wow, amazing, you know. That view here, I cannot tell it often, you know. I have to say it more often because it is so, you know. So impressive. Wow, and then this ball, that impresses me the same, you know. Wow, absolutely great. No scratching, you know. Wow, the grip, the feeling, all is there, you know. Wow, amazing. But I will drink now something and then we drive on. I will watch how far we can come and then we will see us maybe at the other court, but I will show you those 4 courts. I think I can do it, and then at the end I'm finished and have to drive all the way back, you know. So we go on. So my friends, now we move on. I move down from the court and now we drive into this mountain. Wow, complete other area. Stonewall is only the first beginning. To me, the most far away court. But now watch. I mean, wow, now we have the drum on. Wow, that is nice. The own drum from this area. Wow, geil. Yes, wow, what a beautiful area, or? I mean, that is amazing, you know. But I have to be careful with the camera. But there are not too many cars. And now we have to move in. There are 4 more courts, you know. 4 more courts. But amazing, or? So beautiful here. That is nice, you know. Wow. That is really, really cool, you know. Amazing. Now watch. Completely into this area of the mountains. That goes so far in. I've shown you the last time, you know. I moved a bit that you have seen this last time. But now I don't know if I go first to the last edge or we make it 1-1-1. Now an old tractor comes, you know. Here the old tractors, watch now. That is cool, you know. The houses, the traditionals. That is cool, or? The tractor. That is cool. There the time is still back, or? But I have to be careful behind of me that there are no police comes. So I will take you to the chest then. And here the people are completely other, you know. Watch now. Now you see how far this goes in. It's a long distance. But today, very nice to drive, you know. But I would say I take you to the chest because here it is a bit too dangerous of the cars and I have to concentrate, you know, because they are really fast, you know. So I will take you now to the chest and then we move into this area. Wow, nice.
it away. Like they don't care, I got a family to feed. They cut my shifts at the mill. I fell behind on my bills, and when you're late, they try to charge you more money. They were riding my back, so I just cut them a check. Then the bank charged me a low balance fee. Yeah, it ain't cheap being poor. It ain't cheap being poor. No, it ain't cheap being poor.
So I'm on the bike. What do you say? Now an area which you have never seen. We go to the disco now. I show you the old disco. Watch. That is it. You see, disco with the Trachten on, you know, with the traditional things on. That is cool, or? You see, that looks complete other here in that area. You see, it's complete other area, mountain, other people. You see, 90s style. So we have to move on, but watch at this, you know. From there we came now. You see that? Still by the chest, but that looks so cool, oh, with those things on. Wow, that is so impressive. And now you see it. Now again to the chest we go on. Now watch the water slide, you see it? The swimming area. You can slide down here. That is cool, or? That is cool. Very, very nice. Once again from here. You see? Cool thing, or? Very, very nice.
Yeah, it ain't cheap being
Summer friends, one court we have here, but there are people in playing, you see? They are playing in there, you see that? But maybe when I come back I will try it, because now I drive to the end and then we drive back, then the chance is better. But here you see a cool court, you know, complete other than on other areas. It's a nice place, but then I will show you more, you know. And yeah, we drive on a bit, that you see. Wait, we make it from here. Here we have tennis, cool place, or? But I tell you, that goes to the limit now. Watch, it's really beautiful, or? There is an indoor hall to play tennis, you know. It's really, really cool. And here you have all different sports, you know. Watch now. Here you have mini golf, you know, adventure golf in better words, you see that? Yeah, it's a cool place, or? But I have to go on to the end because I have fear to come back, you know, so far away it is. But here a nice water slide, you know, you see that? Now to go swimming, you know, to jump into this pool, wow, I swear you, so tough, you know, really tough. But all those trainings, you know, is so important to achieve this, you know, otherwise, we have no chance, you know, but I go on. Summer friends, now here we are, but here I cannot enter in because that is swimming area and there you have to pay, you know, and I have no money to go in and I don't have the time here, you know, but I show you that. Here is the court in, that is called the Z3, you know, because the area is the Zillertal. The last court is Z4, Z3, Z2, Z1, and the first one is Stonewall court, but here you can see it, watch in, then you see it. You see, I zoom in. Looks like Stonewall court, you know, but there is all swimming area, you know, all swimming area. When you watch in, you see that, I zoom in, it's all to swim. Yeah, that I wanted to show you, but here you can play, you know, public, but only the payment, you know, that it is. Here you see it also, beach volleyball, you know, I have it still on my chest because I have to drive on, you know. It's a very cool place, very relaxing, But now, oh, wow. My allergy, wow, you know, it's really tough. I have fear how to come back, you know. Wow. But now I have to drive to Z4 to the last one, and there we will see us. Now tell me, my friends, watch what that is. So beautiful, or? That is unbelievable here. Now we are almost there. Now watch those mountains. That is like in films, or? If you have a dream film, this is it, you know. And now watch, that is so spectacular. I don't see now the display because I have it on the chest. You see in the mountains the drums what drive from left to right, you know, in the mountains. Wow. What a cool area. Oh, one of the most beautiful ones for us. Wow, that is cool. Now we arrive at Z4, the last. Then we go back and check the other ones. Z1 I have to show you that I have put away because we drive more left. But you will see that. Let's go on. So my friends, now we arrived at the location. Watch, that is so spectacular when you see those gondol, you know, you can drive up and down, you see that. Wow, that is amazing, but don't be scared of height, you know, because then you have a big problem. But that is, I mean, so spectacular when you're staying right here, you know. Wow, there flies a man in the mountain on there, you know. And that is now the last edge of the thing where the court is, you know, called Z4, because it is the last one, you know. Stonewall Court was the first, you know, we drove all from my city, bam, and then goes the mountain in, and there is over the hill Stonewall Court, and then Z1, 2, 3, 4. Z1 you have not seen right now. Z2 there were the people playing. Z3 was in the swimming area, and now we are at Z4 that I show you, and then I show the courts. I don't film when I drive back, but then we see which court we can play, and I show you Z1 because that I have to make extra. But now, wow, the last edge, you know, we have it already, I don't know, 4 o'clock 30 minutes, you know. That means I am at night at home, you know. brutal, you know. So here is all tradition, you know, you see, very traditional, the old houses, you know, so very cool. You see, complete all the area. Or when you are from the US, from New York, Los Angeles, wherever, That looks nice. And here you see the drum, you know. You see? Wow. It's very, very cool. It's an own drum for the whole area in that mountain, you know. It's called the Zillertalbahn. With that you can drive to Stonewall Court, you know. Amazing, you know. The old drum. You see they have no net on, you know. It's an old traditional thing. So yeah, that is cool, you know. But I have to drive there and then I have to drive back, you know. Because on such routes like here, you know, now we are the complete end. And the thing is, there is all straight back, you know. It's not like Watergate Court or Madame Court in Italy where you drive then all down. Completely different story, you know. But I took a few breaks. I have enough to drink, enough to eat, you know. The bicycle is good, the weather is good. And so that it is. But now I have to take my camera away and then we will see us there. So I show you a bit. You see those old houses, you know, the traditional houses when we are here. You're from the US, you know. That will look like an old film, you know, for you. The traditional things, you know. Hotel, you know, the old wooden hotels. Very, very cool, you know. Here, Gasthaus, you know. That is nice. The outlet, you know, sport money. These are the traditional things, you know. But wait, I have to watch out. This, you know, drive here around to the church, you know. That looks like a VIP rich court, you know. Can you remember it? It's very, very cool. The old houses, you know, like in a film. So here he comes, Pat the cat, you know. With 1 million subscribers, drives in now in the old city, old town. You see? It's very cool. Nice thing. But the way back, that is so brutal, you know. There I cannot relax, you know. Because the same what you have seen, I have to drive back, but with a lot out of energy now. Yeah, very nice, or? But no time to do something now. Wait, I have to take on order here Bründelsport, you know. You see, it's very, very nice. A lot of people here, you know, tourists. There is modern, you know. You see, the modern building, like the outlet center at Brennero, which does not fit in, you know. So watch out for the cars. You see a little bit from here, you know. So really, really far what we are now. That is the most far away now from all. Here, that is longer than Ötzikot, you know. Ötzikot is the longest of them all on the other side, but this is longer. I will tell you when we are at the court how far this is, you know. Our car behind. Lot of people, you know. Oh, but I already feel the legs, you know. Also the basketball playing. SZ, you know, that is the old historical town where we came from today. With the closed court, you know. Ice cream. Mountain outlet, you know, because we are in the mountain sports. Apollo's finest. Yeah, you have a lot of shops here, you know. souvenirs, you know, the old traditional style, old shops, you know, 80s. That's so cool, you know. Here, another sport, Wegscheider, you know. Ski is cool. Here for the ice. Here you have a spa to get food to eat and drink. Very cool. Another ski school, you know, in front, right? Here are the Bergbahnen, you know. From here, wait, I show you that. Here you drive on, you know. So wait, we make a turn, then I can show you that better. Wait. A little turn. So, because that looks so spectacular, you know, I tell you that. Here the ice bar, wow, ice would be cool now. So, do you see that now? Here you drive on, wow, that is so amazing, you know. Wait, I have to watch out here, the bam bam, jetzt bam. That is amazing. So, we try to get on. Bam, now watch this, wow. That is amazing, you know. You see that? Wow. What a cool thing, or? Ah, that is amazing. Watch, from here in they come, and then you can move up, you know. Wow. But I tell you, when you have fear of height, you have a really problem, I tell you that. But that is so cool, you know. Very, very spectacular, you know. So here you can do a lot, you have seen that. You can drive a little bit more, where the legendary concerts were, you know, at the mountain. One hour, one comes. Wow. You know, when you're from South America, tell me, you have also those things in there, you know. Santo Domingo, or you can drive up there to Barrio, I don't know the name now. Wow, cool, hey. Cool. You know, and there were the legendary concerts then in the mountains back then with 50 to 80,000 people, you know. Wow, amazing, you know, really, really amazing. So we go on, I show you. It is so cool, you know. Wow. Adventure. Even when we started it, you have seen it on the time warp. There was completely at the beginning 2 bicycles made a break, you know, with smoking. I thought, wow, stop smoking when you drive bicycle would be better. Or the dog, the Schäferhund, who wanted to, but it was a brave one, but it ran behind the older woman, and then he was walking through the little lake, and I came from behind, and he didn't know what to do, you know. Then he watched them and he got scared, you know. Here you have a coffee, really, really cool. Nice people, you know. Told you that, here are also nice people. But it was then a nice dog, but these are the moments what can happen, you know. And then the girl in the bridge with the roller skates who almost fall into me, you know, into my arms. And the bicyclists behind her, they were Russian, you know. Said very friendly, oh, spasiba, you know, spasiba, yeah. Privet, you know, so nice. That is cool. Very, very cool. But now they caught, and then the route back they caught, and then I have no idea how to come home, you know. Because that was only half of the BART, and it feels like the end of the BART, you know. You know, that is the brutal thing, you know. Here you can watch, wow, so spectacular, that one there, you know. What a nice area, or here shop again for skiing, hotel. Yeah, now I have to watch, we are in the car on the street. So now I will move there and then we see us there because the time runs out. Let's do it. Hey Canadian, I have a question to you. Do you ever wear to Alaska, you know? To Fairbanks or to Anchorage or such things, but now that always reminds me to Alaska, you know. That looks so cool, those old things, you know. Tell me, does this look like in Canada or Alaska? Wow, where the cold areas are, you know. That is so cool here. I tell you that here. That is so cool, you know. Here, you know, I like it so much. That is so other style than one anywhere else in the federal state, you know. So, but the time, you know, the time with the bicycle, that is so beautiful, you know. That is more modern with the glass to sit, you know. Wow, that is really a cool thing, you know. Wow, so nice. But I have to go now to the streetball court. So I now watch that house. That is also spectacular. 1, 2, bam, that yellow one. Wow, that looks cool, or? That is so cool here. Really a cool place. Here again, ski spot, you know. Ski, ski, ski. Wow, amazing, or? Now watch that. Wow, here with the gondola on to the mountain, and here with that house. Wow, that is so cool, or? Amazing, you know. Now watch here the houses, you know. Here the tennis club, you know. You have it all here. Here is more a bit quiet now, you know. But very, very nice. But the way back, you know, the way back then, wow. Cool area, or? I tell you that. It's very, very spectacular. That is nice, you know. Here you hear the music, and you hear it? The music, you know, the copyright. That is nice. But now I go on. Listen now. Like Frank Sinatra is now playing with his big band, or? Big band, you know. Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. That is cool. Then Paul Anka enters in now, or? That is amazing, you know. That is amazing, you know. Really, really amazing. You see the old traditional houses, apartment. Wow, that is cool, you know. That is really, really nice. But now we drive to the next street, you know, because there we enter in, and that is a cool thing, you know. So nice here. Really, really nice. But now they wind. So now we drive right. The old house. No, it is closed. No. Blechlawine. Cool name. Blechlawine, you see it? Wow, there will be now many people, or? There comes the music, or? We enter in when the whole things are. Wow. You can imagine what now is in there in the court, you know, you can't forget it. That we have to watch now. But the music has stopped now. Amazing. Amazing, you know. Yeah, watch, that looks also very impressive here with these mountains. They are so other than by us, you know. Wow, many people now. Wow. But we have made it completely right. From there it comes, you know. You hear the music. Blechlawine, you know. That's so geil. But I have to come home, you know. You know where my city is? People from here, they don't even know where my city is, you know. No joke. But that is tough, you know. You hear the people. I have to check it out, or? Oh. That's amazing, you know. But the legs now, you know, the legs. When we go in there, there is the streetball court left, you know. But that is cool, you know. But now they have stopped, you know. But watch, on there the house, yeah, you will not see now from the wide angle. There is always action, you know, and on the streetball court is no one. Here you have mini golf, you know. You see? Mini golf. You have it all here, you know. Cool thing. Now, where do they play? We get more loud now. Cool. Now you hear the live music. Where is he? Ball anchor enters in, or? Wow. Cool. Wow. That is nice. Cool. Yeah, the live music. You know, I've seen Paul Anka, the great one. The guy who have worked and written, you know, with Michael Jackson, with Elvis Presley, with Sammy Davis Jr. and on and on and on, you know. Amazing, you know, that is cool. I have seen the band, you will have not seen it with the wide angle. But now I go to the street ball court. But that we had to check out, you know, for sure. It's so amazing. Yeah. Wait, now the other. It does. Complete other than in the city, you know. That is amazing. That is cool, you know. Very, very cool. But here is the street ball court there, you see. There is only a girl in, you see. She makes the grass. A young girl who makes the grass beside the street ball court, you know. So amazing. These are the adventures, you know, what you get with street ball. That is to me street ball, you know. That you would not, when you go indoor, yeah, you will also have adventures, but you cannot compare that to such a thing, you know. Hey, so cool here. Servus. Servus. Amazing. I've seen people greeted you here. So amazing. So now we have to enter in here, but so my friends, we are almost here. Oh, amazing, you know. Oh, the stones. You have an skate park here, you know, a bowl. I'll show you that. Here, the skate park, you know. Completely different, you know. Nowadays the skate parks are full and the street ball courts are empty, you know. And in the 90s, when I was doing more skateboarding, the skateboard courts were empty and the street ball courts were full. But now tell me, what a panorama, or I mean, where do you get such a thing, you know? That is absolutely amazing, you know. And here you can play street ball, you know. Wow, that is amazing. I show you the thing. That is such a cool part, or wow, here with the thing on to see. Ha, that is here the young kids have training. Hey, that is such cool. You see that? We watch from above. Hey, that is a cool thing, you know. And on there is the street ball court, you know. I know, I mean, you see, all sports are full, you know. But the beach volleyball. But at our city there is all full with beach volleyball. But here, you know, football, skate park full, but not the basketball court, you know. What a shit thing, you know. The only street baller comes again to the world. Street baller number one. Why? Because I'm the only one, you know. The only street baller one. You see that? We have it Friday afternoon, yeah, almost evening. I don't know, 5 o'clock now, and no one here. Here we have it. Wow, this is unbelievable. So that is called Z4, you know, the Z4 court. Then we go back to the Z3, Z2. We will watch if we can play, and then I show you Z1. And then I'm finished to come home, you know. Here we have it. But only a few balls, you know. And after there is the other one, the bigger one without the cage, you know. Oh, my bicycle, you know. This is amazing. Now with the traditional music here now. Now it is traditional. Oh. But where is the girl now? Where is the girl now? She was beside the tractor making the grass. Wow, amazing. So now, one ball here with our new ball. So, we put it out. Wow. Shall I watch how late do we have it now? That would be interesting. I have no idea how late. Wow, 10 after 5 o'clock. Wow. But the lights are full on the bicycle. So now watch, one ball. So one ball here, on the other side, important. It is so geil, oder? Now we have again music, you know, but this time the traditional one. It's so geil. But I mean, with that panorama, yeah, this is echt hammer. But now we make the other two rings, the bigger court, and then I have to drive on. Wow. But these are day routes, you know. But I tell you, all the training, the Höttinger Höll, all of this stuff, you know, so important. Otherwise, you cannot do it. And here now, watch. This is the big court. Amazing, you know. That is like the biggest in our town, which does not exist anymore, you know. Wow, what an amazing thing here. You know, now the pleasure is here, but I don't have to think to come back. I mean, what a panorama. Wow. Wow, it's so amazing. You hear the music live. Wow. Amazing, but that you cannot do every day, you know. Amazing, you know. Wow, spectacular, you know. Absolutely spectacular. I tell you that. And what do you say? So geil, or so cool here. But now I tell you something. This were with a mountain bike, you know. 12.5 kilo mountain bike and around 4 kilo to 5 kilo backpack. Over 150 kilometer complete back and down. You know, over 150 kilometer. And now I'm at the last edge and now the whole route goes back, you know. But now we see us at the other courts. Then we see if we can play and you see Z1. Let's do it. Wow. Amazing. Wow, what a panorama, or? So now we are at Z3 court, you know, the third, the second last, you know, but Z3. And so here you see it better now, watch. It looks like Stonewall court, you know. Before we entered in the normal route, now I drove to this area on the back side, you know, that I can show you that. There, you see? But that is swimming area, you know, that is all the swimming area where you have to pay entry. And then you can go in. Here is tennis beside, you know. And you see from here it is closed, but I can show you. Here you see it better, you know. It's a nice court, and again, no one here, you see? No one plays here. But what a beautiful court, or? But no one plays. All other trampoline, all is done, but not street ball, you know. And now I go on, and now I show you the Z2. We drive there, we see. Then I can take you by the hand. If there are still players in, I believe yes, because the weather is hot. And then we go to Z1 that you have not seen now. Let's do it. So my friends, now we are here at Z2, but still people in, you know, they play football now. So here the tennis, but now we still cannot play, you know. That is the thing here, you know, on such days that is very, very tough, you know. But it is what it is, you know. You make a small round and you see it again. The nice court, the street ball court, you know. But here you are not allowed to drive by bicycle, you know. That is the thing, you know. What a cool place, or you can so relax, you know. It's really a cool area, you know, with boulder and all those things, you know. That is like by us early 90s, you know. Here it feels like early 90s at our city, you know. That is so cool. Wow, very nice. But here it is, you know. We have no ring, no net, you know. You see? Very cool. So, but now I have to drive on. Now we go to Z1. That I have to show you because that you have not seen. And now here we go, the light down, you know. Yeah, but that it is, you know. When you drive such long routes, you should know that you have maybe a few more courts, because when you cannot play, you drive the whole route for nothing, you know. That can happen. But the thing is, you know, an old court, so there is no problem that we cannot play this court now. But you know, that was really cool. And still, you know, now the energy is still there, but we are still at the edge in this area of the mountain. And here I show you, wait, they have a spectacular indoor hall. Wait, that is really, really cool. So here we go down. Watch now. Wow, that is amazing, or in there is tennis. I will zoom in. That is cool, or behind is the football field. Yeah, here they have a lot of sport, you know. Wow. But now we go to Z1, that lasts a bit, then we see us. Well, my friends, so almost we are here, but watch, that is, wow. Now the sun goes down. What do you want more? Tell me, what is that for panorama, or is it like in a film, you know? Wow. And here, right, we have to enter in. Wow, amazing, but the sun will go down now. And we are still in that area, you know. Here, the mountains in front, you know. There, there it starts where we have to drive to my city, you know. We are still in that area where we were, you know. That is amazing. Wow, but what a view, or I tell you, when you are here and see that life now with that weather, it cannot get more perfect than today, you know. But now I'm really finished already. You know, I feel the legs. I can do it, but that is really tough, you know. The longest route of them all from over 700 videos. But only possible because of all of those trainings, you know. Without those trainings, no chance, you know. But what a nice thing. But when I'm at home, then it will get more dark, you know. Maybe it is dark then. Wow, what a cool thing, you know. And at the end of this mountain, you know, then the journey starts new until to my city. That is wow. But now, that one chord, the last chord which I want to show you, which we had not shown you when we drove in there, but it has a reason, and that you will see now. And you can imagine what steep streets they have here, you know, to come up to the mountains. They are so steep streets, but here to train is impossible, you know. When you come here with bicycle, you cannot drive up there, you know. They are all on that side, on the other side, in there, everywhere. You have extra steep streets, you know, but too far away, you know. But thankfully we have it also in our city. Now we enter in and then I show you. But I have to hurry up because that will be tough to come home, you know. Because when the point comes where your energy goes out, that can happen, you know, the legs, and then every meter is brutal, you know. But I think today that will not happen, you know. And you see also here the old houses. But I show you now, then we see us. So my friends, now we arrive. But the thing is, you know, that I tell you now, it is also not, it is playable. It is a public court, but it is a swimming area, you know. And in the swimming area, there you can play street ball. And that is the reason why I wanted to drive first to the last place, to Z4. Because, well, camera. Because, you know, it's better when you make it by coming back. Otherwise you have, when the energy goes out and you are in the last edge, you know. Here you also have tennis, you know. Tennis courts are so often here. And here you see the water slide, you know. And in there you have the basketball street ball court, you know. So you see, small little swimming area. That is a small place, you know. But I show you. You see? Well, now the sun, you see, it goes down. And that is a cool thing, you know. Wow, they have put away the basketball rings. Where are the basketball rings now? Hey, they are away. Have you seen that? They are not here anymore. Huh? What? Have I something wrong in my head now? I always thought here were basketball rings. Huh? What?
That you gave, it's so amazing. No matter who we are, we know you'll never change. I'm in awe.
I really thought here were basketball rings, because here in the swimming areas I never was, you know. Also by the swimming area there I was never in. But I thought here is a basketball ring, you know. So Z1 does not exist. Z1 is not a basketball court. Huh? That is now, I always thought here is a basketball ring, and wow, that is now sensation, no basketball court. I really always thought the 4 courts, you know. But that can also happen, you know. Because here, you know, you come not that often. That is too brutal, you know. Watch how often I've trained now to can do this, you know. And that is tough. Wow. Yeah, but we have the glass. The 3 courts, you know. In the swimming area, maybe one time. But then you can only drive here and let stone wall out, you know. Because when you play stone wall, that is, you know, all was timed for this day. The weather, not too hot, you know, the timing. I had enough to eat and to drink, because normally I don't have that much, you know, because of the money. I have to make that always without eating something. And then on midday, after midday, to eat the first thing, and then it gets tough, you know, and with to drink too less. Yeah, but I show you other thing. An old shop, there was a daddy in. Now I will watch how much it costs, you know. That I like those old shops, you know, that you don't find anymore at our city. That is really like in the 90s shops, you know, but like early 90s in our city. That is the time here, you know. And yeah, I show you that. The teddy bear. But now to drive up again. But here really I thought it's a street ball court, you know. I don't know. The football field, you know. I really thought there is a ring. But you know, when you have the stone wall court, then you almost never come here. That is too far, you know. I tell you also, the thing is, here it is, wait. This old bar, you know. This is like Braunecker, you know. Wow, watch at that photo. How old is that photo? Huh? I don't know. Watch at that. What was this? Obstgarten? I don't know. But it can also be that the color went out, the saturation, and then you think it is so old, stays nothing on. But here, you know, this €34.99. Oh, that is heavy, or? That is heavy. €34. Oh, that is tough. You know, the kids' places, you know. The kids' places like back in the days, you know. It's so cool here. The water game, you know, where, you know, Italy. In Italy you always got it. Where this water ball comes out, you know. And on there the games, €19. The Lego, €17. Here the tractor, there is no price. Cool, huh? Old traditional shops, you know. That was like in Italy, you know, when you were there in the late 80s, early 90s, you had it also there. By us, we also had such shops, but that does not exist anymore, you know. But now I have to hurry on to come to Stonewall Court, you know. Can you imagine that? Normally, you know, I think, when do we arrive at Stonewall Court? That is so far away, you know, and now I think to drive back until Stonewall Court, and then I think, when I have arrived now back to Stonewall Court, then from there home, that feels that much not that far away, you know. And normally Stonewall is the most far away court, you know. And today I'm happy when I come back to this court, then I know, yeah, now it is not that much anymore. But that is brutal, you know. And to tell you the truth, the thing was, when you drive in there after Stonewall Court, you know, that there comes the point where it doesn't make that fun anymore. Because, you know, there comes the time when you get a bit tired or the energy goes a bit out, and that is really, really tough. Then you think, because you never know when your energy ends, you know, that can be more quick, and then you know that the pleasure is not there anymore. But today it felt so good, and that was so cool, because, you know, then you know you cannot give much. And you have seen it at Stonewall, I was much better by playing, but even there I gave not 100%. But in there you have seen there is the legs, you know, the hands. That makes a difference, you know, after all of that driving. But now we have to cross all those mountains now, and at the last then we have to turn left. That will be a journey. But I will make, when I am at home in my city, then I will talk to you again. So we see us at my city. But my friends, no, I'm not at home. We are now at Stonewall Court again. Now there is no sun anymore. But I'm completely finished, you know. But it was so brutal now, and now I have to take all the road home from Stonewall Court, the most far away court. But on that side, now I had wind against me. I have no idea how late it is, but you see, the sun is away. That is over the mountain, and now we drove all to this, and now I see not to my city over the mountain, but then I know now I drive home. Now was only to coming to this mountain, and now that is my route home then. I'm so finished, you know. I have to eat now something to drink, but I have echo was over, so last is my last thing, you know. But to the ball, first impression unbelievable great, you know, but more I will play another time. But today that I want to say, you know, we will see the ball again, then I will tell more, but that was first impression unbelievable to me. Keep a little bit for the route home. Heavy. Now I eat a little bit and then we see us at home, you know. Yeah, and my friend, when you see that now, you know, I told you the story with the villages, how this is there, that they don't like other people. Now I show you something. Still at Stonewall Court, and here it stands, you know, we have a rule from 9 to 9 o'clock at evening, but it is not, you are not allowed to use it when you are not from here. You know, here I am a stranger, you know, I am like you from, I don't know where you come from, you know, and you're from the US or from Serbia, I don't know, you know, but I am the same here, you know, Auswärtige, that means the strangers are not allowed to enter in here, you know. I come from the same federal state, but I'm an absolutely stranger here, you know, but thankfully I'm very friendly. And I can play everywhere here, because I have nowhere a problem, you know. But that I wanted to show you that you see that. Now I drive home. Wow, my friends, now I've arrived back. Wow, so heavy it is now, dark, you know. And you see that? It is light only, you know. Wow, now it is 10 o'clock, you know. That means at 10:30 I was driving away. That means 11 hours, 30 minutes I was on the way. You know, and I walked before to a supermarket here also a half an hour for the drinks before I started it. So that means I was 11 hours and 30 minutes on bicycle and basketball, no break, you know. Only that 1 minute sitting on the bench, you know. Now I'm blurry. We see us again. Brutal. Bye and ciao.